Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's Zelda Randomizer Weekly Showcase here on Speed Gaming. Tonight, our four featured runners are Truant Gamer, Chess Jerk, Dr. J, and Leslie Pro. Hi, everyone. LOZ Cards Fan 23 on the call, and joining me on the call tonight is the one and only El Soa. Tonight, we are dealing with Pandemonium flags plus sped up text.
So this is a preset that has been around since, well, forever. There's not really a ton that's actually randomized with it compared to what we've been seeing over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's correct. We're dealing with First Quest Overworld, First Quest Dungeons, community hints, so there's going to be no help from our Hylians this week. Start Shuffle is normal. 8 Triforces required. We do need to defeat Ganon. Enemy and boss HP is going to be normal. We have the Cave Shuffles on. Shuffle dungeon items. No Ladder Heart Shuffle. No White Sword Shuffle. Red Ring Silver Arrows not forced to level 9. We are shuffling the shop items, and we are starting with 3 hearts. But there is a little bit of a wrinkle to these champion flags that we have been doing recently here on Speed Gaming. Whoever wins the race overall, whether it's somebody here from our 4 feature runners or somebody outside the 4 feature runners, winner gets to revise 1 flag for next week's weekly race.
So here's an interesting other little tidbit. We know that level 9 is going to have Wish Robes in it.
That's right.
And because there's no boss shuffle, we know that it's also going to have Patras in it.
That's right as well. So going in with a wood sword and no rings might be invitation to disaster. Tell you what, though, that medium is definitely pretty darn good. It is 38 out of a possible 40, so good start in terms of the money department, at least.
Well, that just means we're going to put the blue ring, raft blocked, and the raft will be just buried deep somewhere in level 7.
Or the large will be 55. Take your pick.
Why not both?
Why not both? I am doing commentary after all with you, El Soa, so show me the large secret. We'll find out in due time, though. We have some divergence of paths. Truant going to vanilla level 1's location and finding level 7.
Believe you have a name for this dungeon.
Yes, 33 rooms of pure torture. And Truant Gamer, well, he's going to, the pirouette trick does work for him. We see that a bomb hole has been exposed and a bomb upgrade for the vanilla price of 100 rupees.
Dr. J's picked up a sword in the northeast, our first runner to get that wood sword.
That's a big find right there. A nice little discount of 15% on the blue candle. And don't spend that small secret in one place, El Soa. 1.
I mean, if the game's going to give me 1 rupee, I can't separate that rupee from the other rupees. As Truant Gamer picks up a Triforce in level 7 and is probably just going to leave.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, with level 7 being 33 rooms, I mean, it's definitely not a level you want to be doing searching in, especially if we've got some ladder blocks, key blocks, difficult enemy set, and whatnot. Meanwhile, Dr. J in level 2 here on the bottom left. So Leslie Pro sees that same candle shop, but he does not have enough cash to afford that blue candle. Chess Jerk also sees that same shop, and he's also that same 12 rupee short as Leslie is.
Well, that's an item on the floor in level 2.
Well, I didn't see it because it was probably camouflage. What do you get, El Soa?
Just some metal pointy arrows is all.
Ooh, the silver arrows. Very nice. But we can't use them until we get the bow. And bow cannot be in level 9. Important items not in level 9 tonight.
Still, though, to not worry about those silvers for pretty much the entire seed once Dr. J PhD does get a bow, not only do they have free pulse voice killing, they have magical sword damage for most enemies.
Oh, yes. By the way, the old man taking a shot at the Cleveland Browns. Man, the poor Cleveland Browns. They've really been struggling as of late, but that's another topic for another stream. We've got Leslie Pro checking the southwestern corner there as Dr. J finds the map here in level 2. Look at the price of bombs, though, on Truant Gamer's side. That is 1 below the minimum value, and as you can see, no shapes tonight. We are dealing with the vanilla layouts.
And it looks like the recorder is the Armos item for the seed, based on the fact that Truant Gamer has it, and I doubt he went back to 7 to go dig that out of a level 7.
see a potion shop where the magical sword would normally be, but we don't have the letters, so can't find out what the prices are at the moment. Chester doing the screen scroll here to get to the forgotten spot. The only problem is he doesn't have a weapon, nor does he have bombs. Again, 39 rupees for a 4-pack. Just absolutely gross. Gonna try for the... Oh! Jackpot for Chester! He gets the 50 rupee prize in money-making game. I love it.
Chester having more luck in this seed than I've had in the past 5.
I can imagine. As Chester also gets the recorder here. That was the Armos item near vanilla level 6. Dr. J still exploring level 2. Now knows where the Triforce is, so he just needs to either full clear the room or it's just right there in the Triforce room. So Dr. J will pick that up. That is our first Triforce piece for him.
You know what's interesting is, normally I like to gauge my bomb price in terms of how many medium secrets it costs, and anything more than 1 medium secret is a bad price. So, in spite of the fact that our medium secret is 38, it still costs more than 1 medium secret to pick up those bombs, which just makes it absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it costs 1 medium secret plus 1 small secret exactly. Chester finds the 39 ruby bombs. He's like, nah, I'll save my money for something else.
So a blue ring shop was found by Dr. J, PhD, but perhaps more importantly, the key in that shop was only, I think, 60-something rupees?
Yeah, if this is one of those key-starved seeds also, we may see our runners purchase those keys. And yeah, that's a pretty darn good price. Leslie, considering playing the money-making game with 39 rupees, but decides to pass. Chester now in that level 2.
And I'm just going to say this about key purchases. It's also sometimes a very good strategic move to go ahead and just purchase a key early in the seed when you don't have a whole lot of combat and a whole lot of ways to get keys out of a dungeon, because that one key may end up leading you to get a wand or a white sword, which then you can just roll into more keys.
Alright, Dr. J was hoping for a bomb drop, nothing there. He does have 7 bombs at the moment. Looks like we're having some kind of issues on Truant Gamer's side. We'll try to get them corrected as soon as possible. It looked like he found a small secret there. His total went from 38 to 39.
I feel like with that bomb price, the bomb forcing mechanic is going to be even more important than it otherwise would normally be.
There's the silver arrow pickup for Chester here in level 2, so he'll just reset, and he is not going to do anything else, or the pirouette. Okay.
We'll also consider that Chester doesn't have a sword, so Chester may not be able to get as far if there's inconvenient shutter doors, and with the lack of bombs, that'll compound that.
That is true. I mean, he's got a candle, but he can only use it once on the screen that he currently is, and he's trying to bunch these ropes together and gets quite a few of them.
Truant Gamer taking a death at Death Armos.
And Dr. J getting another medium secret here at the Deadwoods, as he's zeroing in on vanilla level 3's location. Gonna peek in and find out that it is going to be the Take Any Roads.
And that was actually a good 2 cycle of that room from Chester to get that room with a candle relatively quickly.
Yep, but again, without a sturdy weapon, not really much you can do at this level 2 at the moment, but he'll come back later when he's got that wood sword.
So what I think will be interesting to see is, right now I would say Dr. J has the current lead of the Forerunners on the stream, just because he's got that sword. But the one thing Truant Gamer does have is knowledge that level 7 is pretty quick. If Dr. J takes a different route on 7, he could end up taking the whole wild goose chase just to find like a boomerang.
And now Dr. J sees that same key shop, also blue ring at 243 rupees, so a minor discount. Yeah, that is a pretty nice price for those keys, I must say.
Chester, I believe he saw level 7 earlier, but if he hasn't, he's going to opt to not do level 1 anyway and just continue on his path as he is.
Well, we know that the blue ring shop is not the rare shop. Hello! It's a big money seed. Look at the large secret in vanilla level 8's location. 141.
So Dr. J is 1 rupee away from being able to buy a blue ring.
No, he has the money. 243 was the price. See?
Oh, I thought it was 247, you said. My apologies. Dr. J now.
Well, if I said 247, my apologies. But yeah, 243, so now he's got double the defense, so half damage for Dr. J.
And that can actually be quite significant in this early game as level 3 is found.
All right, level 3 again. We're dealing with vanilla level layouts, as you can see from the map pickup. Of course, so when he finds that staircase, he'll find his item. Again, hearts are not in the shuffle, so he just needs to find the staircase if he wants his item. Of course, he is also looking for bombs and a possible maybe heart drop here where Dr. J is.
And also note that the dungeon rooms are not shuffled cross-dungeon. So we know, and hopefully Dr. J knows, that they're looking for a corridor stair.
Correct. Yeah, you see the normal pallets for level 3 and level 5 and level 7 respectively. So we've got 3 of our runners here in different paths. So with that 100 rupee price, kind of makes me wonder if that's a vanilla upgrade for 4 bombs. Oh, shoot.
Let's see. According to the flags, it is going to be the vanilla bomb upgrades, as that is not shuffled.
All right, so they'll get 4 bombs if they decide to make that purchase. 4 extra bombs to their fodder.
Also of note, the white sword and magical sword will be the same number of hearts they normally are.
So, yeah, they'll need 5 to get the white sword and 12 to get the magical sword. So, Chester did get the Triforce out of level 7. He's now in level 4. And again, looks like the enemy sets are not shuffled because we have our Wizrobe dungeon enemies here in level 4. And Chester, again, still no sword. So, really doesn't look to do some exploration. But Leslie finds the letter. So, he'll be able to show that off to the potion shop merchant.
So it looks like we have dungeon monsters are shuffled between the rooms, but they are not shuffled between the levels. So the normal enemy sets will be in their respective levels, but you could have, say, like these 5 blue dark nuts. Normally they're in the 2 by they're in the room with the 2 6 block packs, such as this room, but instead they're in the single.
This time, Chester, not so lucky in the money-making game, loses his 10 rupees, does not get the 20 there. I'm going to check the bomb spots on the coast. Leslie Pro, unfortunately, taking a death. There's another medium secret for Chester. Again, we got the 3 large, we got the 7 medium, and the 4 small secrets.
And the 9 door repairs. Can't forget those.
Yeah, we haven't seen a door repair yet, so they have been lucky to avoid them up to this point. As Chester finds another large secret, that's the second one we've seen so far in this race.
It's got to feel good when you see the large secret is just all of the money you could ever want.
Now, the problem is you got to be careful now when you find more secrets with that much money, because if you find another large secret, you're leaving a lot of rupees on the table, because the maximum you can carry is 255. There's a door repair penalty, and that's going to cost 21.
It appears I was wrong about the sword. The general.
Oh, Chester's about to get that large secret. So he's going to be leaving. So he's going to get 85. He's leaving 56 rupees on the table. But the good news for him is he can now afford that blue ring if he wants to make that purchase.
Now, Leslie Pro has picked up their sword. So now they have the option to go do stuff in levels.
Oh, it's a Pepsi day here. 28 for the blue potion, 78 for the red potion.
Yeah, I feel like the extra little bit of time, especially with speed up text on, is worth the saving the money. Because you can turn that into more keys.
And now Chester sees that blue ring after he spent money on a blue potion. So now he can't afford it unless, of course, he is not opting to buy that ring. Meanwhile, Leslie Pro now in level 2. He'll find those silver arrows, and plus he has the wood sword. But Chester taking a death near the vanilla level 2 spot. So back to start he goes.
Yeah, I hate to see it, but sometimes that happens. Level 2 in particular is a bit of an annoying spot to get to, especially without a weapon.
Yeah, Truant Gamer must be on that wireless dial-up. You're right. Somebody in chat was mentioning that. Couldn't resist that joke.
Are we sure it's not just a ferret running on a wheel?
Could be. Ah, here's our item here in level 3. Dr. J has just found that corridor staircase, and we find the raft.
Jestrick has found level 8. This is going to have 2 items in it. This one is logically bow blocked.
we can just do a clip, but that's transport staircase, so Chester's going to take it. It means the next staircase he finds, guaranteed, is going to have one of the two items.
So everything behind this stair is bow blocked unless there's a way to get here without killing the Goma.
Correct.
Such as the heart.
Gotta have heart. Chester finds a heart on the ground, so now he's just looking for those other two staircases. Again, no second quest room, so this diagonal block room that you see would not be a push block.
Dr. J has picked up their Triforce out of level 3.
Yep, so Dr. J now has 2 Triforce pieces on the board, and Chester finds the compass, so now he knows exactly where the Triforce is in level 8.
Level 8 is kind of an interesting dungeon to find early, because on the one hand it does have that extra item, but on the other hand it's usually full of tough combat and shutter doors.
Right, the Dark Nuts, because, we have the Blue Lagoon rooms and the Vanilla Run. We've seen the Blue Gomas, we've seen the Manhandlers, again, enemies that you would normally encounter in level 8 in this game.
And speaking of the Gomas, that old man forces that transport stair on level 8 to be taken to get to pretty much everything in that level. So almost that entire level is actually logically bow blocked.
So if you don't know how to do that block clip, you have to have the bow and arrows to proceed in level 8. Of course, what we mean by the block clip is in Diamond Staircases, you can actually do a clip so that you don't have to defeat all of the enemies to get into that staircase. So that's how Chester was able to get to that other part of level 8. And there's the bomb upgrade for Chester. Again, vanilla fare here. You have the 100 rupee price for extra bombs. And those bombs could come in handy in level 9.
And especially given the cost of bombs in the shops, it's a lot easier to keep your bombs going as long as you don't ever run out.
Yeah, it's a good idea, for sure.
Chester getting called to knock next time he enters the door.
Yep, that's a 21 rupee penalty. Leslie Pro picks up the Triforce here in level 2, so now he's got everything done in level 2. So the only person who has not gotten to level 2 yet of our 4 feature runners is Truant Gamer. And as I say that, there he is.
You just have to mention the thing you want to see, and 2 times out of 10, the runners will go do it.
Oh, I know. I mean, it's the phrase I always like to say in commentary. All I have to do is talk about it, and the situation presents itself, and it certainly presented itself for Truant Gamer.
Chester's up in the Death Mountain area. Still does not have the wood sword. Our only runner that does not have that yet.
Yes, indeed.
Could be a little bit of a problem for him. A smidge, you might say.
Yeah, right you are there, Elsoa. And Dr. J finds a potion shop. Nothing doing for him. He's checking the vanilla white sword location and finds some blue moblin. So, opportunity for bombs, but he really doesn't need it right now. He's got the maximum 8. I'm shocked that they didn't give him a bomb drop there. And that's just the door per penalty. So, Dr. J going to lose 21 rupees.
Wait. The hint for Cleveland not having a team. I thought that was in reference to the fact that the Cleveland Indians changed their name.
They did change their name to the Cleveland Guardians.
Still think they should have named it the Cleveland Cleavers.
Well, right now there is no baseball to talk about due to the lockout, but again, that's neither here nor there to discuss. Chester has found level 9. You need a bomb to get in there. It's in the southwestern corner of Hyrule.
That's not exactly a convenient or easy spot to get to.
No, not at all. Yeah, it's way out of the way. And there's another door per penalty for CJ. And one for Leslie Pro as well. Here's Dr. J going to do the screen scroll. Might be doing some level 9 or maybe some Death Mountain exploration, but having some problems getting it. But does manage to take it there. And he's got that blue ring. So could come in handy in terms of what we see. Blue Tektites are generally not going to be a problem. And hey, forced a bomb drop there on that Tektite and is going to get rewarded. That's the final large secret. So Dr. J has just about maximum rupees again. What a time to find that last large secret. For Dr. J, of course, he still has one more left.
I feel like if you're Dr. J here, you kind of want to convert that into keys. Maybe pick up the...
bait. Yeah, absolutely, I agree. Money-making game, yeah, no.
Maybe pick up the bomb upgrade in 7 if you feel comfortable on keys, but If Dr. J feels comfortable going on 8 bombs and is very comfortable with his forcing, I could see a situation where you just convert that into like 3 or 4 keys.
3 keys, yep. 69 rupees is the price, so you would need 276 rupees, so you could definitely purchase 3. Here's Leslie Pro in level 5. There's a Dig Dogger. Takes it down. Nicely done. They do a lot of damage, and he does get a key for his troubles.
Dig Doggers are in the 2 hearts of damage category, but it is all touch damage.
I don't know why Dr. J decided to purchase those hints. I don't know if he just wants to spend his money just to get a little bit of entertainment, but Dr. J is kind of throwing his money at the old man here. I don't think I've ever seen a runner do that.
I wonder if he didn't check the flags and is thinking that it's mixed hints.
Oh, man, if that's the case, yikes. I hope he doesn't do that with the 10, 30, 50.
Because a lot of the times when this gets run, it is run with the mixed hints and not just the community hints. So I could see that just being it's Z1RC. Mixed hints. Okay, let's go.
Right. Leslie's now still in level 5. We've not found the item as of yet. We have found some Pole's voices. This is where the bow and arrow would come in handy, but Leslie wants no part of it. He's looking for that staircase. Now, if the logic is how it normally is, I imagine we're looking for a single block room.
For level 5, it could be a single block or it could be one of the 2 diamond stairs.
Ah, so that's shuffled. So there is the potential it could be behind a diamond staircase. But
yes,
those are the staircase we are looking for, if we're looking for certain kinds of rooms. Okay, there's a Triforce for Chester, this time not in the Triforce room, so he'll pick that up. So he's got the one on level 3. Dr. J finds a bonus cave. He'll pick up the heart container, and he's sitting on 8 hearts. He's 4 away from the magical sword. Again, vanilla values in terms of finding our white sword and magical sword items. 5 and 12, respectively.
I'm not quite sure how many magical swords we're going to see just because of the lack of heart shuffle, meaning that the runners likely won't be clearing extra rooms. It's really going to come down to how many hearts are on the way to Triforces.
Pretty much. Here's Truant now in level 8.
I don't recall if we've seen either of these 2 stairs, but either of these 2 stairs could be items.
And I know we saw the staircase on Chester's side, but that ended up just being a transport, and he's going to buy the other Pepsi, so now that is going to turn into a Coke. So now he's got 2 potions to use, unless he used one. I didn't see it, but I'm guessing he's not used it yet. He finally finds the sword. 21 minutes and 21 seconds in. He's gotten 2 Triforces without the usage of the sword, so, he's done a very commendable job based on what he's been given. There's a power bracelet for Truant Gamer, one of the 2 items here in level 8.
We don't know if he's gotten the other one due to just a little bit of tech issues going on.
And we find our good old friends, the Wizrobes, here in level 6.
Come on, they're not that bad. They're just that bad.
I agree that Wizrobes aren't that bad. They're usually bad because 9 times out of 10 they're accompanied by bubbles. And oh my goodness, the jewelry for Dr. J here in level 6. So his defense doubles one more time. So now the base value of damage is 1/4 the original value. So great find there for Dr. J.
So looking at what we haven't seen a ladder or a bow yet. Starting to get a sense that we could be looking at a double boomerang and 9 situation.
Could be. And level 1, is not accounted for yet. I believe that is the only level that we have not seen yet in this race yet between our 4 runners.
That is correct. And that is arguably a very good level to find in the mid-game. Because by the time you get to mid-game, you usually have started to get your key count up a little bit, and level 1 likes to eat your keys.
Truant gets past level 8, gets the Triforce. I don't know if he ever found the second item, but if he didn't, he's taking a gamble.
But I think it's a reasonable gamble to make on the second item in level 8 if you've already done... you've already gotten the Triforce out of it, you only have Wood Sword, 5 hearts, and you don't have a ladder. I could see that being a very reasonable gamble to make.
Certainly. So Chester, 236 rupees. So he's close again to blue ring money again. But again, if he can find level 6 before making that purchase, he can save a whole lot of cash. And Leslie gets the Triforce out of 5.
It's kind of interesting to see how this game state has evolved, where really a lot of the runners, like, there's not really one person that's just leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else. Everyone's kind of keeping up with each other, just in different ways.
Yeah, absolutely, Al. So as Leslie Pro decides to go back into level 5, try to find that item, which again could be something required. Again, we're still looking for the bow.
Bow would be nice. Ladder would also be a great find.
Wow, what a location for the magical sword. You need the recorder to get it because it is behind Recorder Lake.
Look, we all know that everyone's gonna... Actually, that's not a terrible location for it.
No, because level 9 is not that far away, so I would imagine that if, everybody checks Recorder Lake, we're going to see runners, if they have enough arts, get that magical sword, again, because considering we're going to have Wizrobes in level 9.
And depending on when the runners get to 6, they may not have that red ring. Because they might say, you know what, I'm just going to go in level 6. Now, thankfully, the red ring was pretty close to start, so it's reasonably likely that they'll have that. A wand in level 5.
And it was behind the single block, just like the vanilla game, and that's a good item for Leslie Pro to pick up because it does 2 HP of damage, but for some enemies, you have to use the tip of the wand in order to do damage, such as Dark Nuts, and you can't use them on Wizrobes, but it's a very nice weapon to have. However, getting the book, not so nice, because when it's equipped with the wand, it bursts into flames, and it is usually more of a hindrance than a help. Now, there can be some uses for the wand with the book, but just not that many. So runners will generally avoid the book, unless, of course, it acts as an atlas or a translator for our Hylians.
Probably the best case for the book, if you're going to make a case for it, would be against Lane Molas.
Oh, true.
Also, there is an option that is not on for this race, but is something you can turn on called the book creates an explosion instead of fire.
Yeah, when that happens, you have a book replacing one of the shields in shops. Base price is 200, plus or minus 20 if you have the shuffled values on. And what that also means is that one of the magic shields replaces the book in the item shuffle. So you can get a free magical shield out of the deal, too.
And do note that unless you do not shuffle shop prices, that book will always be in the rare shop. If you do not shuffle shop prices, it will stay in the candle shop where the expensive magical shield would be.
Right.
A little nuance.
I actually did not know that. I wonder why the book rarely comes up, because, 99% of the time we do have shuffled prices. So that makes sense. That's good to know. We do have a Triforce sighting. Leslie found it on 4, Chesterk on 8. But Chesterk and Leslie are skipping it for now. They want to find their items.
I don't think this is a bad idea at all. Well, Chesterk might grab this now just because it's convenient.
Well, speaking of convenience, it's an inconvenience for Leslie. We have found a ladder block here in level 4.
But that did not block a Triforce, I don't think.
He decided not to pick it up, at least for now. So, must feel that the ladder may be required. Again, we don't know what the item is in level 4. And for all we know, it could be one of those chain reaction seeds where one item leads to another. We may need to get that ladder to get the bow here in level 4, but who knows? Maybe ladder is not required.
Speaking of logic, remember we saw a power bracelet in level 8. If one is power bracelet blocked, the bow cannot be there.
That's true.
And depending on what this other item is, if this other item is the ladder, then we know that the bow's not in 4.
Yeah, because if, let's say, one was power bracelet blocked and the bow was there, then Fred's got explaining to do.
Yes.
Free bombs there for Chesterk here in level 8. Truing Gamer back to start. Yeah, this is a very close race between all 4 of our featured runners right now. This is anybody's game.
Yeah, there's no one runner that has leaped ahead still, and I like it when it's like this, when it's nice and close.
I agree. Always love to see these very, very close races.
Truing Gamer's going to pick up a blue ring.
Certainly can't fault him for that. That'll double his defense. Again, this being a big money seed tonight.
Yeah, like with 100 with let's see, what is it? 423 rupees just in large secrets. You can pretty much afford whatever you want to buy. Strength Gamer finds the white sword.
Ooh, first of our featured runners to find the white sword, and it is power bracelet block. Interesting how our swords are blocked by other means. The magical sword is, if you recall earlier, blocked by Recorder Lake. So that power bracelet really coming in handy for Truant.
Which does mean that wherever the bow is, you are expected to get that with a wood sword. Which it could be in this level 4, which means it could be Wisho blocked.
Meanwhile, Chester did pick up the power bracelet here in level 8.
Looks like we still have yet to see a second item based on Chester continuing on in this level 8. Current Gamer gonna run into the same unfortunate news that you need a power ladder to get through.
Power ladder, yes. See, now we're calling everything power because they got a lot of power. Yeah, there's that ladder block that you mentioned earlier. We saw that a couple times already. Remember, Leslie Pro opted not to pick up the Triforce.
I think if Recorder wasn't easily available, I would be like kind of neutral on that, but I think with Recorder available, there's no real reason not to pick the Triforce up just for quick access back there later.
Yeah, and Dr. J does get the news about level 9 right there in southwestern Hyrule. And CJ now in level 2. He did not get the Triforce out of here.
I did miss what the second item was in 8 if it was seen, but I don't think it was.
I don't think it was seen either.
Could be ladder blocked.
It could be.
In which case, it's probably not going to get picked up at any point, because there's not really a whole lot of good items left that it could be besides the magic key.
Right. Yeah. Level 1, though, still at large, and we're half an hour into this seed, Alsoa.
And thinking about just how much of the overworld we've seen, it's almost got to be on Death Mountain at this point.
That, or have we checked the raft spots yet? I know that Dr. J has the raft, but have we... There's level 1. It was indeed raft blocked.
So now the turntables start to get interesting, because the power bracelet's not required for anything but white sword, which means that bow block in 8 doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot.
No.
Triforce found quickly in level 1, no keys required to get to that, but there's really not a great reason not to dig level 1.
Yeah, but here's a problem, though, for Dr. J. He's got no keys, and level 1, more often than not, tends to require a lot of keys. Oh, there's a key, though, for Dr. J, so that's going to help him out. Yeah, tend to be a lot of locked doors in level 1, so that's a nice sight there for Dr. J, and he's going to use it right here to get to the right.
Finds a single block. This will not have the item in it.
By the way, he just found the any key. That one key turned into the any key on that pickup right there that Dr. J just got.
I mean, to be fair, it is one key. It just happens to not break.
Yeah, it's a rarity for runners to get the any key when they're on no keys. They usually get it when they're about 10 keys because the game knows, but that is about as good of a time to pick up the magical key as any.
Especially given it's, again, level 1, which in vanilla has 6 locked doors.
Yeah, that's true.
Which you never really think about how many locked doors are in this dungeon in vanilla, because usually you're just kind of on autopilot when you're going through it.
Dr. J, so yeah, the ground item was that magical key. So now he's looking for the staircase item. And that might be the bow, for all we know.
I'm predicting it's ladder so that you have to get the bow out of 4.
Oh, the old chain reaction. I like that thinking there, also. Well, we're about to find out right now. So there's that diamond staircase. Hey, with the normal traps, the way it should be. Let's take a look at what we've got. And there it is, the ladder. You called it there, Elsoa. Well played.
All right, I'm getting the pitchforks and torches already.
So let's see if your fruition comes to reality, Mr. Elso. You think that the bow could be our ladder blocked item in level 4, meaning ladder is going to be required to beat this seed. All in due time, Elso, all in due time.
Well, then it beats the alternative of it being in 7.
Right. Yeah, level 7 being 33 rooms of pure torture. I want the bow to be there, but we'll
With
see.
an early Triforce to boot.
And I want it to be deep into level 7 as well.
So you're saying the secret's in the tip of the nose?
Well, not necessarily, but it could be.
So I'm just gonna say it. I'd like to see both boomerangs in 9.
I would too.
With the book.
I want to see it.
With the book somewhere and the red candle doesn't exist.
Again, there's still an item at large in level 8. Maybe the book is there. There's a Triforce for Dr. J, so his level 1 is complete. And a Triforce for Truant Gamer in level 5, so he's got 4 on the board.
So if the runners are keeping track of level 8, at this point, Dr. J, having not really been into level 8 much, if at all, I don't even know if he knows where it is, will likely just get the Triforce and leave that dungeon knowing that both of those items cannot be required because they're both bow blocked. And he's seen every other required item except for that power bracelet and that bow.
True, by logic, the item in level 8 can't be the bow, but here is level 8 for Dr. J. Just found it. Once again, all he had to do was talk about it also. And there's a Triforce for Leslie in level 3, so he's picked that up. Now, I don't know if he picked up the raft or not, but if he didn't, he's in a world of hurt.
Yeah, I did not see if Leslie picked up... Oh, might have been key block.
He might have been key block because he just purchased a key right there, and he's heading back towards level 3. That's exactly where he's going, back to level 3. But he forgot which Harrow statue it was.
To be fair, to be perfectly fair, so many things are normally on that aren't on. You just kind of forget what's off.
Right. And Chester gets the Triforce out of level 5, so that's his 5th.
Chester heading back in for the item in level 5. Leslie heading back for the item in level 3. And Truant Gamer's also here in level 3. Chester probably going to buy this bomb upgrade up to 16 bombs.
Wow, he's got the maximum number of bombs in his arsenal right now. That's 16, and he still has quite a bit of rupees left. And there's the raft pickup for Truant here in level 3.
So if you're Chester, do you even bother with a... I don't think you bother with a blue ring at this point, and I don't even know if you bother with Magic Sword with the 16 bombs.
Well, he's got White Sword, true, but, I mean, level 6, I mean, we found Red Ring pretty early there. I mean, if he takes the same path that Dr. J took, he very well could get his Red Ring for free, you know, and save those monies for arrow fodder, but... I mean, it is Chester. You know, Chester is definitely one of the best in the business in terms of the vanilla game. I mean, he can do level 9 without any jewelry whatsoever. But Dr. J having some problems here with Troll Andala here in level 8. He's looking for a drop and gets nothing. He did get a fairy, though, so he was able to restore 3 hearts, at least.
Well, I think the more the implication I was getting at is, with 16 bombs, as long as you're managing your bombs well in level 9, you can pretty much use those as a substitute for the magical sword if you're willing to just put that little bit of extra effort into bomb management. Obviously, the magical sword makes Ganon faster, but outside of that, bombs are equal strength to the magic sword as far as the wizards are concerned.
So our other raft spot had the other quote-unquote hint shop, and Truant Gamer wisely purchased nothing.
Hey, look, if you want to donate money to the old man so that he can have a nice dinner for himself, by all means, go right for it.
Well, he could have done that, but instead he finds a door repair penalty here in the Lost Hill, so he's down to 35 rupees. Here's Chester now in level 4, but he's going to be out of luck trying to get the item out of here, because we know it's ladder blocked, and Leslie gets his raft out of level 3.
You see, the door repair men do it right. They just take the money and you don't get a say in the matter.
And Dr. J finds a power bracelet near level 8, so everybody except Leslie has found the power bracelet. But again, we don't know what that second item is here in 8. Again, could be blocked by some means, whether it's ladder blocked or perhaps it might be key blocked.
I'm not entirely sure Dr. J's seen all the levels yet.
4 and 5. I mean, he doesn't have any of the items out of there, so I mean, he may not have seen all the levels. So you may be right there, also.
And it would explain. And the power bracelet's a nice thing to find when you haven't seen all the levels because it unlocks spots.
And Truant picks up a heart container, so he's up to 8. By the way, Dr. J just 2 hearts away from having enough hearts to get the magical sword if he wants to make that play.
Leslie Pro's hanging out over by level 7.
I wonder if he's going to make the play to level 7 now. I mean, he's got a heart and a half. Let's see what he decides to do. And he's not even going to up an A to, restore back to 3 hearts. So, interesting strategy here. Doesn't have enough for the bomb upgrade.
Pretty sure Leslie's already seen the Triforce in 7.
He already has the Triforce, yes. As you can see on the board, we have it lit. He did get the Triforce earlier, but might be doing a dig. Well, he's only got 1 bomb. That's another problem, is Truant Gamer purchases the blue potion here at the waterfall.
I mean, they say it is the water of life, so I guess he's just going directly to the source.
Well, that is true. I mean, in some games, those potions are known as water of life.
Although I don't know how well Zora tasting water is.
Yeah. It's questionable at best, I'd have to say. But back to the race here. Dr. J still trying to find that second item here in level 8.
I like the perseverance. It's just a little unfortunate that we know it's very unlikely to be anything of value.
Right, because logic dictates it couldn't possibly be the bow. I think the best item... No, there really isn't really a best item he could find here. I mean, he could find the red candle, he could find the book, he could find one of the boomerangs, but yeah, this is going to end up being a bust one way or the other.
I think red candle's like the best item out of the bunch just because it is technically the most useful.
Right, because you can use the candle as many times on the screen that you would like with the red candle, whereas the blue candle, you can only fire it once. You want to use it again, you have to go to another screen. It could be useful. And here's the corridor staircase. There's the other item, and it's scrap metal. Well, your dreams just died, I'm afraid, Alsoa.
Womp womp.
He's going to go ahead and pick it up, so... difference between the wooden boomerang and the magical boomerang is that the wooden boomerang has a shorter range, but it's easier to control. The magical boomerang, you could throw it across the entire screen, but it is a little bit more difficult to control. Otherwise, it serves the same function.
Just Jerk about to get their raft.
Yep. Leslie Pro finds a reverse C. Try to do a block clip of those bubbles, are having none of it. And let's take a look. Boom. And there is the bow in level 7. What a play by Leslie. Level 7 had the goods, Alsoa.
And that's not necessarily deep in. So that's a good sign for everybody else. But I think Leslie takes a bit of a lead at this point.
That is true. He'll have to go back to level 4 to get the Triforce there. But yeah, he now has everything he needs to beat Ganon. Now, the only question is, will the ladder be required to beat this seed? Because as it stands, based on what we know right now, Alsoa, so far it's not required.
But
unless level 6.
Now, here's the other question. Are you going to pass up the items in level 1? Knowing that ladder and any key are both still out there.
I wouldn't, but...
And Red Ring?
I wouldn't, but some runners, when they're in Triforce and Go mode, they're dead set in being on Go mode, so it's up in the air.
I think if I'm in Leslie Pro's shoes, there's just too many good items out there for me to skip one. I would skip items in 8 and 6. But I don't think I'd skip items in 1. It's too dense.
There's just one problem, though, for Leslie. There's a lot of items left unclaimed. He's probably going to explore this level 8. Hoping for, Red Ring or any key.
Well, here's the thing. The any key in level 1 is directly on the path to the entire dungeon.
Look, I get it, but the problem is Leslie hasn't discovered level 1 yet. I mean, I could see Leslie full clearing this level 8. Here's Truant
The,
Gamer finding another bonus cave. He's up to 9 hearts.
the other question, though, is you have Recorder. You know you can get back here extremely quickly if you find you need to dig the items. I feel like you just gotta leave if you see an early Triforce show up, because you have Recorder, you know you can come back here.
Meanwhile, Chester has gotten the Triforce out of level 1 in addition to the magical key. Another take any cave for Truant Gamer, and he sees himself 2 hearts away from the magical sword.
Really good clock here for Leslie, gonna get them their power bracelet.
Yeah, Chester will find his ladder here in level 1. So, and then this could be one of those situations of order of operations. And, you know, right now, and Leslie does find the power bracelet, which again, that's White Sword access. Little does he know.
That's also full overworld access for Leslie.
Yes. Dr. J back into level 4 now. Now, he does have the ladder, so we're going to know what's in level 4, I would imagine. And once we find out what's in level 4, we'll know what's in level 9, because those are the only items that are left that are outstanding. We have the red candle, the book, and Lord Banana, the wooden boomerang. Now Truant's in level 6.
I am expecting that the... Wait. I think the Triforce in level 4 was ladder blocked.
But we saw it on Leslie Pro's side. There had to be a workaround. Unless my eyes are playing tricks. Maybe my eyes were playing tricks. Who knows? I thought I saw the Triforce on Leslie's side in level 4, and he opted not to pick it up. But again, my eyes might have been playing tricks. Maybe I saw a key. As Truant gets his red ring, so his defense will double one more time.
It looks like you may be correct that Leslie's just going to opt to full clear this level 8.
And yeah, I mean, you can't fault Leslie for making this decision. I mean, oh, he gets the strike. Nice bomb there. The only problem is he's down to half a heart, and he's just going to go ahead and get out of there.
To answer the question in chat, no, you do not need to buy the blue ring to find the red one later. The rings are not progressive. The blue ring is an option for if you don't feel like that digging a dungeon for the red ring, or you just can't find it because it's like is stupid blocked in level 9.
Right. Yep. Rings are not progressive. Neither are swords. Your first sword can be the magical sword. I've seen it happen in randomizer races before.
I've seen it happen in tournaments.
Oh yeah, I have too. I've actually called in such races like that.
But really the only thing in this game that's progressive is you need all 8 Triforces to get into 9.
Right. But you don't have to get them in any order. Oh, wouldn't that be evil? You have to get the Triforces in order. A lot of logic checks would have to be in the works for Fred to implement something like that.
That also probably destroys any chance of important items actually being in 9, regardless of if you have the flag on or not.
Right.
Unless you don't need all 8 Triforces to get into 9.
True.
Item in level 4 is going to be the book.
All right, and Dr. J, no way, Jose. So we now know by process of elimination that the 2 items in level 9 will be the red candle and the wooden boomerang.
Boomerangs, technically...
Oh, nice time for a clock there for Truant Gamer.
Yes, that is exactly what you want to see, is the clock as soon as you enter the room so that you can kill all the blue wizards for free.
Gets a heart for his efforts there. So now he's looking for the Triforce here in this level 6, and we do have a river room. So a possible block.
I think so, yes. I'm not sure how much... Oh, well, there's a compass.
Ooh, big find there for Truant. So the Wizards had quite a few things. So yeah, well, now, is there a block? Can he bomb to the right? He can.
All right. But can he bomb to the right here?
That's the big one, Elso. Let's find out.
No. Now, I don't recall seeing if there was a transport. Truant may opt to look for a transport stair to get him over to that side. Elsewise, that is a ladder block.
Yep, and if that's the case, ladder is going to be required, and that's just going to be bad luck there for Truant. Here's chest jerk in level 4 down to half a heart.
Oh, maybe. We have a single block room. This does contain a stair in level 6.
Chest jerk finds the book. He says, no way, Jose, to it. Dr. J. He's going to pick up this heart container. He now has enough to pick up the magical sword.
Transport stair found for Truant, and I feel like you don't go get the magical sword until you're about to go into 9.
Yeah, that would be my theory as well for Dr. J, or any runner for that matter, so...
Truant is on the other side of the ladder block, but is there another ladder block?
That's the big question now. So, well, he's just a couple of rooms away from getting there, but he's going to have to get through the magical breakfast.
Well, the ladder block is certainly the easier option.
Oh, no, Dr. J... I think he wants, well, he's not going to buy the 10 or the 50. I was just about to say, he's in for entertainment, because, you know, he's got all these rupees and nothing to spend it on.
Truant Gamer's got his potion out ready to go. Chest Jerk is now back in the area of level 7, but opting not to go back in yet. Dr. J finds 5. Leslie still digging around an 8.
Truant now one room away, and... well, can he bomb to it? And he's got to get past Wizrows, and he's got to be careful because one heart of damage those orange Wizrow beams will do, and that will knock him out, so... he's going to use a bomb. Can he make it? He can't! Wow! This convoluted path to get to the Triforce room here in level 6.
If this is a Chevy Room Triforce...
oh, that would take the cake for sure, Elsa. And here's Dr. J in 5.
Hold on, I'm trying to think of if a Chevy Room Triforce is a thing that can happen.
Sure it can.
But is there a Chevy Room in level 6 that has a drop?
That I don't know.
I'm racking my brain of my vanilla knowledge, and unfortunately all my vanilla knowledge got pushed to the side.
Yeah, mine too, because I used to speedrun this game as well, Elsa, but those days are long gone for me. Oh, true, yeah, use that potion. You never want to die with a potion in hand, and Truant Gamer took the sip at just the right time.
Or at the very least, if you are going to die with potion in hand, do it because you accidentally got sniped by a wizard you couldn't see.
In any event, Truant Gamer is trying to find if there's a workaround. Well, oh, an NSU room. That scared me for a moment there, Elsa.
Looks like he is able to get down here, gets up the map.
Oh, but we need a bow
to
open up that room. He's bow blocked. Whoa.
And we're
How about that twist?
And there's a knowledge of vanilla being dropped in chat that there are no Chevy rooms, but there are moat rooms.
And yep, there is a Goma room as well, just like, Goma blocking what we need, just like in the actual vanilla game. So, Truant's going to have to find that bow in order to proceed. So we are bow blocked.
This seed is turning into a convoluted mess very quickly.
It's an unusual chain reaction seed, to say the least, as Truant and Chester pick up simultaneous hearts in the bonus caves. Truant now has enough for that magical sword. CJ's one away.
And I think we'll see Truant actually grab the magic sword pretty soon here, depending on when he goes over to Deadwoods.
Unfortunately for Leslie Pro, you really hate to see this. He has invested a lot of time here in this level 8.
And unfortunately, all that's going to come out of it is a bloomerang.
Yeah, I don't believe he has still seen that second item yet. You really hate to see it, because, I mean, he was definitely in the running for this race, but it just goes to show that order of operations in, you know, seeds like this can mean everything. As Truant is now found level 1, he'll do the pirouette trick. Hey, it's almost like playing the vanilla game.
And also, this comes down to decision-making a little bit, too, of knowing when to say, okay, enough's enough, I'll come back, versus how far do you want to keep digging, how much are you willing to gamble on. There's a lot that goes into, like we can see that Leslie Poe's made this decision to stick around an 8, but there's a lot that goes into that decision that happens behind the scenes in the runners' heads.
All right, so he has gotten the Triforce out of level 1. Is he going to bail? Nope, he's going to go back in. It's the right play.
Yeah, you know you're bow blocked from the Triforce in level 6. You haven't seen a ladder yet. There's really no reason not to dig one.
It's funny, when I first saw that key on Dr. J's side, I thought it was a normal key. And yeah, it wasn't any key that was picked up there, because I missaw it. I thought it was just a plain old key, but yep, that letter A, there's where your magical key is, in the Aquamentus room. And Dr. J now has 13 hearts.
Alright, well, Dr. J, you know what you gotta do. Go for the full 16.
Well, Well, if he picked a potion, though, in a Take Any Cave, that's not going to happen. But yeah, it's very rare that you see a runner have all 16 hearts in a randomizer race.
Dr. J nearly full clearing this level 5. I don't think he's seen the wand yet.
No, he has not seen the wand yet, because you would believe he's going to pick it up. Meanwhile, Chester's in this level 6, but he too is going to see the bad news about the bow block to get to the Triforce as Truant gets his ladder out of level 1, so level 1 complete for Truant.
Nothing left to do in there. Chester's probably going to be very annoyed in about 5 seconds here.
Yep, bada bing, bada boom. Now, of course, he doesn't know that the Triforce is there because he does not have the compass yet.
And furthermore, he doesn't know about this ladder block just yet. Oh wait, he has the ladder though.
He has the ladder. Yes, we can mark that on Chester's side. He does have the ladder out of level 1.
Dr. J heading back into the level to get the item, and Leslie Pro dies in the item room. Thankfully, Leslie knows exactly where it is, so they'll get back there pretty quick. Truant Gamer sees the Triforce in 4, but opts to ignore it, not having the bow yet.
Right. And Chester finds the jewelry, and hey, he's got 249 rupees he could spend on whatever his heart desires, also, because he'll never see that blue ring.
Well, you know what I'd do with it at this point. Actually, hold on. Chester has both bomb upgrades, the Yeti key, the red ring, the silver arrows. There is only one thing that Chester could potentially want to get here.
And what's that?
The meat for level 7.
But we didn't see a bait block on the side of Truant Gamer.
We didn't see one on the side of Truant Gamer or on Leslie Pro's side when they got the bow out of it, but Chester doesn't know that.
Right, and Truant Gamer doesn't know it either. My apologies. Only Leslie knows about it. Is Dr. J. He's going to get the white sword out of the fairy fountain spot in the forest, and he'll fill up his life as well. So he's 2 Triforce pieces away, because I do believe Dr. J just got the Triforce out of 5. So he only needs the ones out of 6 and 7.
Dr. J, having not gone to 7 yet, may actually work in his favor a little bit here.
Well, again, 6, he knows is bow blocked. He has to go to level 7.
But Dr. J not having found 7 yet means that when he goes there for the first time, he's gonna go look for that item, because I think he's kind of figured out that bow has to be in 7 anyway by process of elimination.
Yeah, he won't be gambling as you would think. Correct.
In fact, a lot of our runners might be coming to that conclusion pretty soon here.
And that's why you're not seeing a sub-hour from any of these racers here. It may look easy, but it's been far from it. Truant's about to get his 7th Triforce as he sees the book here in 4, but he's got to get past this Gliok here. Luckily for him, he's got the red ring, otherwise he would have been down for the count. As Leslie Pro picks up the Triforce in 4. I believe that was the one in 4.
That was the one in 8.
Oh, it was the one in 8. Okay.
Yes, Leslie Pro has not gotten the one in 4 yet because they've not been the
He's been in 8 so long, it's to me, it's just hard to believe. I mean, you hate to see it because, like I said, Leslie was right there. It's just unfortunate he chose to full clear the wrong dungeon.
I think Dr. J noped on the book. Truant Gamer back in level 5 looking for the item.
Yeah.
Praying that it's not level 7.
Yeah, he's hoping it's here in 5, but instead it's behind 33 rooms of pure mayhem. And he does purchase the bomb upgrade for his 100 rupees. And he's going to look for that item. But yeah, he's going to be disappointed to see it's not what he needs.
Leslie Pro is now in level 1.
Yeah, that's a good thing for him because he'll get his any key and ladder. So he's not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Of course, we still have level 9 to come, as we like to call it, the Great Equalizer. It's still anybody's game.
of greatly equalizing things, have we discussed the what the whole deal with the Champions Choice Season 2 is?
No, the Champion's Choice, what that means is right now, as I mentioned at the top of the show, our flags are the Pandemonium flags plus fast text. Whoever wins tonight, be it one of the forerunners here that are featured or one who is not featured, whoever is the overall winner gets to choose a new flag that gets to be added in next week's Randomizer showcase.
Jay's picked up their bow in level 7. They just got to get to 6, get that Triforce, and they'll be likely the first of our featured runners to go to 9.
Yeah, Dr. J right now is in the lead. All he needs to do is go back to level 6, get the Triforce, and he'll be on his way. The only question is, will he pick up the magical sword along the way?
However,
he doesn't need to. What?
Chesterk is not far behind. Chesterk is in 7 right now, and Chesterk has the knowledge of where the Triforce in 6 is.
No, you're absolutely right about that.
So this could be a tight race, and Truant Gamer's not necessarily far behind the two of them either. This could turn into a really tight race really quickly.
I agree.
And Leslie already having the bow, there's a very real possibility that any one of these 4 runners right now could take this whole thing.
Now, I think Chesterk has the Triforce out at level 4, and I know we don't have it lit, but he saw the book already, because remember, he noped out of it.
Yeah, I think Chesterk at this point knows that he has to dig 7 for this bow, but Chesterk is going the wrong way.
And that's what level 7 does, and that's why we call it 33 rooms of pure nightmares.
And this is going to give Dr. J some time to solidify the lead that he has, and Leslie Pro some time to catch back up.
Yeah, that is true. The thing is, though, it's Dr. J, I don't think... Yeah, it's Truant, I believe, that knows the path. But Dr. J does not. This could buy Chesterk some time.
Correct. It actually buys both of them time, because they're both taking level 7 looking for the bow. And both of them know where the Triforce is. Both of them know that it's bow blocked. Chesterk might not necessarily know the exact room, but I would assume he full cleared as much as he could of 6 when he was in there.
Yeah, I agree.
So he has to figure it's bow blocked somewhere, whether it's the Goma directly or below the Goma.
Leslie picks up his ladder here in level 1, so all he has to do is get his Triforce, and he'll be done with this level. So here's the bait block in level 7 that Truant just found. The quote-unquote bait block.
Leslie?
Did he get the Triforce? Maybe he already got it. I didn't see it on his side, but maybe he already got it.
He very well could have. Trying to watch a lot of stuff at once is not necessarily the easiest thing in the world to do.
I can't imagine him missing the Triforce, but then again, you know, I've seen stranger things happen in races before.
Yeah, that would be a very... Especially given it was right next to start. I can't imagine he didn't pick it up. Heading to level 4 now. But Leslie, I think, is actually just Triforce and go. So he's not going to dig.
He does. He got the Triforce and went back into level 1. So yeah, we can light that up on Leslie. As I look back at the replay, he's good.
Truant Gamer now's got his bow. We're going to have 3 runners in level 6 at the same time. Leslie not far behind, because Leslie's not going to have to dig for the item. And Leslie will pick up their red ring on the way to the Triforce in 6. You can't miss it.
No.
Unless you take the transports there at the beginning, then you could, I guess.
I've seen stranger things happen in randomizer races before, and I have seen runners just take that other convoluted path and completely miss, you know, like a red ring or an any key. And then they go to level 9, I'm like, whoops!
Chesterk heading back to the path that he knows leads to the Goma. Truant Gamer heading back to level 6.
Take a look at this, though. Leslie, all of our runners have 7 Triforce pieces now.
Leslie's gonna make... Has Leslie found level 6?
I don't think he has. That's the problem for him right now.
Yeah, that's going to eat up a lot of time. Although I imagine if Leslie does find level 6, I wonder if he goes up the spine first. Because if he does take that convoluted path and just goes that way, and just gets to the Triforce on first run through and doesn't pick up the red ring, will that become a factor in level 9?
Get this now, Truant Gamer is back into level 6 first, and Dr. J has to fight off this room. Remember, this is the magical breakfast that we saw earlier. Now, Truant's going to have to clear this room again.
Yeah, it looks like that's just, there's no way around it. You gotta go eat your breakfast, folks.
Yep, so right now, Dr. J has a very narrow lead, and I mean it's a narrow lead.
I would argue it's Chestrick with the lead, because Chestrick is the first one to get it.
Never mind. So all of a sudden, it is CJ who will be the first one into level 9, and
that's a death for...
Oh my god.
Dr. J, that is huge.
I hate to see it, folks, because that's going to drop him to 3rd.
But here's the thing. None of these small differences in the runners' times right now are nearly enough to say that they have a firm lead at this point.
No, it's not that big of a lead, but yeah. Unfortunately, Dr. J with just 3 hearts, he's going to purchase the Coke here, for convenience. Even though it's more expensive, it's for convenience at this point. And he'll go back into level 6. The only problem is those rooms that he cleared are now reset. So that's going to just cost him some more time.
And with level 6 being up on Death Mountain, Leslie Pro's going to take a while to get there, so... Leslie Pro's got a little bit of an uphill climb to make at this point, but still not in bad shape.
No, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but he's going to have to somehow get the fastest level 6. And CJ is going to get that magical sword here. I mean, he's right there. Might as well double that attack power one more time.
If you're on Team Leslie, probably the best thing for him would be a magic staircase required level 9 that the other runners just don't go for early.
Right.
So I think if you feel like you're behind going into 9, you just go stair hopping.
Yeah, so CG is going to be the first one. Truant Gamer is going to be the second one. And again, he's got enough hearts. Dr. J now has 14 hearts. And he's going to have to clear this room yet again.
I expect Dr. J will go to pick up the magical sword. Like, there's just...
Yeah.
You could argue that with Red Ring and this many hearts and silvers and whatnot, you don't need it. Which is a fair argument to make. It's just... It is right there, and Leslie Pro's back in level 2.
Now, because it's vanilla level 9, your dark rooms does not necessarily mean it is Ganon's room. You're going to see a lot of dark rooms here in this level 9. So, CJ is going to be listening for the Roar of Ganon. If he hears it, then Ganon is adjacent to where he currently is, one room north, south, east, or west. Also going to be looking for a room with a single shuttered door where upon full clear, like this room, it doesn't open. If this gets full clear and that door doesn't open, that is going to be Zelda's room. However, wait just a moment. We're dealing with vanilla rooms, so correct me if I'm wrong, also. Ganon's going to be in Ganon's room, Zelda's going to be in Zelda's room, so there can only be one shutter door. It's a door directly north.
The Shuffle Ganon and Zelda flag is on, so they will be shuffled outside of their vanilla rooms.
Aha!
Their rooms...
So they're going to be in 9. These rooms are going to be in 9, but they might not necessarily be in there.
Now, their rooms will make an appearance in level 9, but it could be something as benign as just some bubbles.
Well, oh shoot.
And one of the ways you can kind of tell if you're walking into Ganon's room, if you have like a boss roar or something masking it, is look for doors that are not shuttered doors, like open doors or locked doors in a dark room indicates that you are not in Ganon's room.
Yep, and Dr. J has just completed level 6, so now he's on his way to level 9.
This really is going to come down to level 9 routing. That Bow and 7 kind of just forced all of the runners, or most of the runners, to kind of just converge onto one spot. And remember, this is a vanilla level 9 layout, so certain walls are not, hopefully you'll know, are not going to open immediately because there's just no room there.
Now, I accidentally lit the magical sword for Dr. J. If he goes to level 9 without going back there, obviously we can revert it, but I got a hunch he's going to pick that up. Meanwhile, Leslie Pro, having the cash, decides to purchase the blue ring, but he's going to discover once he finds level 6 that he'll, well, again, not really much to spend money on. Might as well do it. And Dr. J is not going for the magical sword, so yep, prove me wrong.
I feel like if you're Jay, this makes sense because you took
I
that
agree.
death in 9.
I agree.
Or not
There's
9.
no time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you took that death in 6, so you just save. You get back some of that time by skipping magic sword. You have bombs for the wish robes, and a lot of times you're not necessarily going to be forced to clear wish robe rooms at 9. Really, the only place it's probably going to hurt him is Ganon and Patras, and that's likely not going to be enough of a difference maker compared to just routing.
Right. So far, neither piece has been found. We have not seen Zelda, nor have we seen Ganon. So far, they've done a really good job hiding on Chest Jerk. Again, Truant and Dr. J just got into level 9 themselves. So this is anybody's game.
And I actually really like the blue ring purchase here from Truant. Because now it gives him a hedge against, okay, if I'm Triforcing going in 6 and he takes that convoluted path, he's not going to see that red ring, so it still gives him a defense upgrade, even if he does not get that red ring out of 6.
You mean Leslie. But ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon. So Chest Jerk's going to need to get 4 hits, and unfortunately, he's teleporting to the left. There's the stun lock. Got him. Down goes Ganon. We've got Bacon. So now Chest Jerk is looking for the single shutter door room that automatically opens, and CJ will be the first of our 4 featured runners to take this.
And I do apologize, folks. I did mean to say Leslie, not Drunk Gamer earlier.
Right.
So yeah, Ganon found. There's a map. Not going to pick it up.
I still would have picked it up, just for peace of mind. I mean, I get it's the vanilla layout of 57 rooms, but I'd still pick it up. I mean, I'm not the best memorizer of maps.
And one of the other things the map does give you is it gives you kind of like a relational sense of where you are in the dungeon. A little bit more easily than just the level banner and the little tiles on the sidebar.
Right. So again, looking for that single shutter door that automatically opens. No shutter door here. Instead, it's a T room.
Looks like Drunk Gamer is not quite in the right area for Ganon yet.
Well, that shutter door open, so that's not it for Dr. J. Here's Ganon's room. Yep, Ganon not here.
Just a bunch of witch robes. Dr. J finds Ganon before Truant Gamer does.
Ooh, so he's moved up to 2nd place, and he could take it away from Chest Jerk. So here's Ganon.
Now, Dr. J will need 8 hits.
Yep, that's 1, but there's the teleport to the right, and Truant Gamer right behind!
This is where that white sword versus magical sword difference could make it, but the stun lock for both runners.
Wow, they are neck and neck, Truant and Dr. J. This is anybody's game between these 3 runners, Alsoa.
Yeah, this is... It's so tight, there's no way to say really much of anything besides, where is Zelda?
Yeah, and they're both thinking maybe it's those adjacent shutter doors to get to Zelda's room. Not this time, though, as we had seen already on Chest Jerk's side.
You've always got to check those rooms right next to Ganon first.
Yep, because that's the one exception for the single shutter door room rule, is if that Zelda and Ganon are next to each other. Then it can be a multiple shutter door room she's behind. Not this time, though, but it could have been.
So the real difference between them is going to be Chest Jerk having a little bit more exploration of 9 compared to the other 2, and the bomb count.
That is true, but all it takes is 1 magical staircase, and Truant or Dr. J could snipe it from CJ.
Dr. J opts to pick up the map.
All right, not there. That was Ganon's room, so Truant Gamer taking another path here. There it is for CJ! That is the shutter door that opens. Get your GGs for Chest Jerk. He is the winner of our 4 featured runners. So Zelda was in the bottom under the A. The second A, that is.
Let me pull something up real quick here. All right, so Chestrick finished with an official time of 1:12:25 in 4th place overall. The finishers before him were Scytown in 1st place with a 1:05:55. TA 909 in 2nd place with a 1:09:22. And sorry, go ahead.
So big win there for Sidetown. So that means he gets to choose the additional flag for next week's Champions Choice.
And Captain Green 7 finishing in 3rd with a time of 1:10:46.
All right, so some great finishers there. GG to all the runners, but Chester is the winner of our 4 featured runners, but only good enough for 4th place, so won't be able to select the flags for next week, but there's always next week.
Well, he's just got to win next week, that's all.
Of course. Meanwhile, Truant and Dr. J battling it out, still trying to find because again, in Dr. J's case, Zelda is in the very bottom below the 2nd A. In Truant Gamer's case, she's going to be below the 2nd E. And we do have Chester here in the commentator's booth with us. GG. I'll tell you what a dogfight in level 9 between you, Truant, and Dr. J. You did have the advantage going into level 9, but Truant and Dr. J were in hot pursuit. They had both taken down Ganon not long after you did, but you were the first to find the lady and take it for our 4 feature runners. Not enough to be our overall winner, but still very respectable performance tonight, CJ.
Thank you very much. Definitely good company amongst the top 3 or 4 racers in this race, so nothing to be disappointed at there for sure.
Yeah, the big kind of hook for this particular seed was the Triforce in level 6 being coma blocked.
Yeah, that was a fun fact to discover, and that also pointed me into the direction of where the bow actually was. Hashtag never 7, but
Well, yep, we did have to have the bow was in 33 rooms of pure torture, never 7, but
never 7.
Today it was 7. But I will say, now I could be wrong about this, but based on what I had seen in this particular race, I don't think the ladder was required at all, was it?
Level 4, I believe.
Oh, 4, yeah. 4 was definitely ladder block.
So then my eyes must have been playing tricks on Leslie Pro's side, because I could have sworn, so my eyes had to have been playing tricks, Chester. I could have sworn that Leslie saw the Triforce in 4 and skipped it because he wanted the item, but again, I think my eyes played tricks. It must have been another item that was on the ground that he skipped.
Yeah, I almost I up-A'd after finding the item without collecting the Triforce, and up-A'd back to start, and I thought, oops, you gotta collect the Triforce to keep going, you silly goose.
Right, so we did have a ladder block. Again, 99% of the time when you're doing these kind of flags, you know that ladder is going to be required somewhere. It's just a matter of what. And I think it was just, maybe level 9 had a ladder block. See this double river room here that Dr. J is in right now.
I'd have to look at my map for 9, but see, because the first, I'm guessing the first staircase at the very beginning of 9 takes you to Ganon, and the path to Zelda, pretty sure there was no water on it.
Only problem is, Leslie Pro, unfortunately, a couple of things kind of held him back tonight. Is that he chose to try to clear full clear 8 before he found level 1. Level 1 was where all the goods were. Level 8 didn't really have much.
Level 8, I mean, the second item, I'm assuming, is behind that horrible Dark Nut room that I opted not to clear on Wood Sword 4 Hearts.
And all you missed out on was Magical Boomerang.
Ah, well, I'm glad. That was where I was going to go. I was going to go there next, obviously, for the bow, until I realized, hey, the staircase to the dungeon is Goma blocked, so therefore the bow can't be there. So
right, logic dictates that. I mean, all of you, of course, can do block clips rather easily. So
right.
Getting the goods out of level 8 wasn't a terrible problem, except the fact that we had a lot of blue dart nuts. But Truant Gamer, look at this. Behind this blue Lanmola room, he finds the compass now, knows exactly where Zelda is. So good chance for Truant to take 2nd place of our 4 featured runners.
That's a horrible place for the compass, too. Is there anything else relevant up there? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
There's wish robes.
Wizrobe. I guess your definition of relevant air quotes can be
Right.
different.
Well played there. Well played. Let's see if Truant can bomb to the left. He can, and this is going to be a GG for Truant once these bubbles stop messing around with him. So there it is. Truant is through. Get your GGs out for Truant Gamer. It'll be the second of our 4 featured runners to finish this up. Now, Dr. J is not all that far away if he goes left 1 room and proceeds to go down. Yeah, unfortunately, Dr. J, who was right there, he actually was in the lead a little bit on you, Chester, but he took a very unfortunate death a couple of rooms away from the Triforce. Wizrobes got him.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Dr. J, if he goes north when he should have went south. Oh, you hate to see it.
Truant's official time was a 1:17:58 for an overall 7th place. Before him was Mr. Fred Coughlin with a 1:12:32 for 5th, and Homer J. Smash in 6th with a 1:14:22.
All right, we do have Truant here in the commentator's booth with us. GG, well played. Made a nice comeback at the end. You end up being second of our 4 featured runners. You know, Dr. J had the lead going in, you know, with all the knowledge, but unfortunately the Wizrobes got to him until level 6, and then you were pretty much tied at the Ganon fight. Both of you got the bacon down, and it was just a matter of finding the princess, but, you know, she did her usual good job at hide and seek tonight.
Yeah, I didn't even check to see if that was a stair or a item there. I'm guessing it was an item because I saw a lot of stairs already.
Well, we haven't seen either of the item rooms, but we can tell you that just by process of elimination, and you probably already know this if you've been keeping track. Red Candle and Lord Banana.
GG, Truant.
Sorry to interrupt.
No problem.
Leslie Pro has found level 6 at this point. So, and it looks like they are going the direction that will get them the red ring. And speaking of red ring and combat items, were you guys excited or disappointed that the magic sword was not only right next to level 9, but also relatively free to get because the seed made you go do everything?
Well, you know what they say. Gotta have heart.
And Dr. J, even though he had enough hearts, felt that time was of the essence, and, you know, he ended up being right about it. It's just, unfortunately, we call level 9 the great equalizer for a reason, Chester, and Dr. J, so far, he's been thrown into a loop in this level 9.
Yeah, and knowing that it was required to be Wizrobes in 9, that definitely led me to take the extra 30 seconds to go get mags before getting to 9.
Exactly what I was just going to say. Knowing the enemy set and Patras, it was time to get mags just to be safe.
Absolutely. And given my finish, I don't think it actually cost me anything. So, I mean, I guess I could have. Yeah, see, I wouldn't have saved a minute and a half to beat Captain Green, so it didn't actually cost me anything.
Also, remember when you said that you can't miss that red ring unless you take this other path? Well, guess what?
Leslie Pro's going to miss that red ring because he took the other path?
Correct.
Therefore, the blue ring purchase fails even better.
Exactly. However, if once he sees now, of course, he still has to get there. He doesn't know he's on the right track, but he's gonna get more damage from these Wizrobes than any of the other runners would have gotten, because Leslie Pro is gonna lose 2 hearts to an orange Wizrobe beam and 1 heart to blue Wizrobe beams and their bodies. So Leslie Pro not in as good of shape in this level 6 as everybody else was.
I was definitely considering buying Blue Ring when I saw the money.
Oh,
and if I think...
no! Oh, Leslie just got a beam to the face there, and he's down to 2 hearts.
Oof. But yeah, I think I hit a door repair right before I found a ring shop with max money, and then I bought a bomb upgrade and never looked back. And by the time I even thought about it again, I found red ring, so it didn't matter.
Yep, it didn't matter for you. Yeah, you had actually had a. Yeah, unfortunately, you did the thing that kind of makes me cringe, is that you ended up leaving 56 rupees on the table on one of your large secrets.
I did it twice, didn't I?
You did it twice.
Yeah. I left at least 100 rupees on the table.
You left a lot of rupees on the table, but it didn't matter. This ended up being a big money seed,
oh, yeah.
Which is very rare when I'm in the commentator.
I'd like to point out that I finished the seed with like 250 rupees, so
I
think I did okay.
Yeah, like you bought all the things.
I did.
And you
Yep.
still had max money.
I did.
All right, so here's a Leslie Pro. He is definitely on the right track here.
I like using the bombs to make the Wizards die faster.
I do too. I mean, blue Wizards are going to take 5 white sword. It's got 1 left to go in this room.
You know, speaking of Wizards, this is a question I've been randomly asking in commentary interviews.
Uh-huh.
To all of those that are here, do you prefer Dark Nuts or Wizards in your dungeons?
Dark Nuts.
Yeah, Dark Nuts.
For me, it's
I mean,
Wizards. Except
if you had to choose, I think I think I'd take
here's
Dark
the
Nuts.
Here's the thing with Wizards. Wizards aren't hard because, they're Wizards. They're hard because 9 times out of 10, they're accompanied by those darn bubbles.
Yeah, but Dark Nuts can be too.
I know.
That's not
Look at this.
exclusive. It's not
Leslie's going to get the
exclusive.
Triforce right here once he gets these Wizards. Now, he only has 1 heart. He's got to be careful. 1 more Wizard to go. Now he's got the insurance. Actually, no, he has no insurance. 1 hit, and he's still down for the count. There it is. Look at that. Leslie, he does it, Alsoa. Gets the Triforce out of level 6 without seeing the red ring.
I'm just going to say that Laws is right and the other 2 of you are wrong.
Not the first time I've been called wrong. It's okay.
Look, the Wizards
Nor
are
the last.
The Wizards are nice because you can just throw bombs everywhere and they'll eventually die.
You can't do that with Dark Nuts because you have to place them strategically. Because if you use a bomb and they're facing towards the bomb, they're just going to brace the impact, take no damage. I would rather.
There's strategery in this game? That's news to me.
I know because there's a lot of RNG in this game, but yeah, there is strategery in this game. Would you believe it?
Is
Now-
it RNG strategy?
No, not at
No.
all.
Mm-mm. But I will say this: Leslie now he's on the way to get the magical sword, but he's not heading that way right now. He's heading towards the blue ring shop vanilla spot.
Might be getting a potion.
Yep, and that makes sense. He used some potion in level 6.
And without having Red Ring, I definitely agree with getting a potion before going into 9.
Agreed.
Did Leslie find find magical sword?
I believe so.
Yeah, because he's heading that way. If he wouldn't have seen it, he would have went south. But he still might go south now. Nope. Well, he still could. He still could. He still could avoid it, Alsoa.
He's getting the recorder out, though. I don't know where you
Leslie's
recorded
getting-
to from here.
Leslie's getting max for sure.
He to level 10.
That's where the book is, yes.
Yes, because drone's in 10, Saber's in 9. He is going to go for the magical sword, so that's going to help him in level 9. And Dr. J still... Leslie Pro could snipe Dr. J here. Oh, that would be something.
So here's the real question. Would it be counted as level A or actually with the 2 digits of level 10?
It'd have to be A, I think. I mean, we'd have to ask Fred this question. If there were to be a 10th dungeon, could he make it 10, or does he have to go hexadecimal and call it A?
I mean, there's room for 2 digits in the level name.
Well, that is true.
It'll fit.
It'll fit. But can you code it that way is the
I
question.
don't know. I don't know a thing about coding. All I know is it fits in the top of above the level. So
Right.
that's all I know.
I think it's a question of how much space does Fred have to work with, because it's like an extra byte or something.
Yeah. So here we go. Leslie is into level 9 right now. So he's got the blue ring. So a Hyrule driver is going to cost him 2 hearts, but he does have the magical sword. And this level 9 given Dr. J fits. I mean, if this was a tournament race here and Dr. J was going up against Leslie Pro, we could be in for a great equalizer finish.
Amazing, like you said, Laws. If he'd just gone down 1 in that room, he would have done
Yep.
5 minutes ago.
Oh, absolutely. Instead, because he doesn't have a compass, and right now he's just getting the runaround from these Wizrobes.
Look, he took the right turn at Albuquerque, and instead of going towards Denver, he's going towards Las Cruces.
That's a good one.
Another
wonder if
stair
this-
found.
I wonder if this is going to be one of the 2 items. It is. It's all hail. I bet you guys didn't think we were going to see that tonight.
You know, I feel like throwing a banana at an enemy should be more effective than just stunning it.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I mean, if someone threw a banana at you, you'd probably be stunned too that it happened.
I know I
Oh,
would
look
be.
at this! Leslie finds the other item. It's in the far west, and he wants no part of that red candle. And there's Zelda's room, but Zelda's nowhere to be found.
Well, I appreciate the effort of Zelda at least moving out of the room.
I agree. That's what makes this level 9 a little more tricky. Is when I was doing the spiel, I was under the suspicion that the rooms were vanilla because the staircases had been vanilla. But yeah, that was the one exception, is that Ganon and Zelda weren't necessarily tied to their own rooms. And unfortunately, Dr. J's still in the wrong spot.
So, Truin, is there anything you wanted to tell us about your file names?
I just
Nah,
read that.
I was just having some fun there.
So
No
if
foreshadowing at all.
So if you
No, it
would've-
wouldn't have happened.
Okay.
So if you would have won overall, would have you got rid of fast text?
No, he just wanted us to think he was going to get rid of fast.
Oh, so he was just memeing us. I gotcha.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely not. Dr. J is out of bombs, unfortunately, so he has to escape level 9. So that opens the door for Leslie Pro again to steal it away from Dr. J.
I expect Dr. J might actually just farm the 10 rupees and then just go get bombs in level 7.
That's what I'd do.
May go get mags too while he's out there.
Yeah, good idea.
Might as well. I mean, he knows that this is just. Well, he gets the 4. I think that blue moblin just changed his mind. He's like, "What bomb upgrade? You don't need a bomb upgrade to complete level 9. Just take my bombs. Forget the bomb upgrade. Just go back to 9."
And by the way, forget the magic sword that's right next to you.
Oh man. Good stuff here. Anyways, Leslie Pro, unfortunately, he's also in the wrong part of level 9 to get either the pig or the princess.
Close to the compass, though, isn't he? Isn't he one room away from the compass?
Well,
He is.
There's just one problem.
can't
Oh, he gets the blue rizzles, but he's not out of the danger zone yet. One hit from the pancakes, he's gone. He gets it. Wow, nicely done by Leslie.
So, the compass is over here, but Leslie still has to find Ganon.
Yeah, but this is going to be huge. Because now, a better chance for Leslie Pro to snipe. So all he needs to do is find the roar.
Let's also note that Leslie got that compass really quickly.
Yeah,
I
for
know,
sure.
but look at this. Dr. J is in the same room. He's going to pick up that same compass, and he's going to kick himself.
I don't think he's
Look
going
at
to
that map.
I
Look
mean,
at
he's-
that map, folks.
I don't think the compass helped at all. He literally has no other rooms left.
Hey, he's got that far room in the corner.
Yeah.
That could be a magic
Okay.
stair.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Like the far room in the corner on the left side could be, for all he knew, could have been a magic stair to get to Zelda somewhere in Toledo.
Well,
We're going all over the map today, aren't we?
I will say this much. In spite of Dr. J having problems with level 9 and Leslie Pro finding the compass quick, it's going to be too late for Leslie Pro. Dr. J just has to get by these Wizrobes. Get your GGs out for Dr. J. He'll be the third of our 4 featured runners to finish our race. But again, Leslie Pro not that far away. Now let's see if he's able to bomb to the south. I don't know if that's accessible out there or not. He's going to see if it is.
Dr. J's official time will be a 1:30:59. Finishing between him and Truant Gamer were Eat My Steel in 8th with a 1:23:30. Shaddy in 9th with a 1:24:13. Random Effect in 10th with a 1:24:43. And Siscrusher in 11th with a 1:26:19.
So, by the way, our decision by Sidetown for next week's Randomizer Showcase is changing the dungeons from First Quest to Mixed Quest plus Shapes.
Ooh.
Well, that'll be a nice, fun set.
Now, again, that's just dungeons, not the overworld. So we're still going to have our, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, still think we're going to have our 3 large secrets and the 4 small secrets.
Yes, the overworld will still be the same First Quest overworld we all know and love from this seed. But we have the option for Second Quest 8.
That's right. Give me those 35 rooms of stairways to hell.
Level 8 and level 7, the Second Quest versions of them are like the only dungeons that I find besides the 2 9s that are very valuable to track.
There's
So-
there's another dungeon in Second Quest that can be a nightmare as well, and that's level 4 because there's like 40 rooms in that one.
You mean
Yeah, if
every
anything,
level in Second Quest because they're all level 4?
Yeah, I
No.
mean, Second Quest 9 is actually not that bad. In my
No,
opinion.
it's not. It's
The
much.
thing, I agree. I agree on Second Quest 4. It's just terrible.
Yeah, it's actually fairly small compared to First Quest level 9. Was it like a dozen rooms small or something around those
Something like
lines?
that, yeah. And there's
And
only
less stairs, too.
much fewer staircases too.
Correct.
Like, if you have the option to dig Second Quest 9 or Second Quest 8, 9 is the better choice there.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, except we are not going to have important items in level 9 again.
Yeah, silvers exist.
Mm-hmm.
I still maintain that silvers are an important item. Just saying.
They are, but they don't block Drive Forces.
Yeah, well,
Therefore,
No,
they're not as
I'll,
important.
I'll,
They
I'll
almost-
tell you what.
They almost did in this seed.
I know this is probably not going to be the case, but I'm going to give you a hint. 8 silvers are in level 8. Second Quest deep. 4 staircases required.
Only if we put the ladder deep in Second Quest 4 and all of the staircases that are not ladder blocked just lead to each other.
And the bow's in 7. Second Quest 7.
Oh,
We've
and don't
already
forget
done
one of
that.
your One way.
Here's Ganon. Leslie Pro has found the beast. Now he needs 4 hits to take him down, but a high roll driver will cost him 2 hearts. And unfortunately, Ganon is being slippery, and there's a high roll driver.
I don't know what it is about this room, but this room, Ganon just likes to not do anything but just be annoying.
Very slippery, like an eel here. Yeah, and Leslie's feeling the full brunt of this. He's getting hit by everything but the kitchen sink. There, finally gets a hit. There's a 2, 3. There's the stun lock. So Leslie, very close to finishing this up. Just needs to find the path to get to Zelda's room.
But the reason I say that every level in Second Quest is less Second Quest 4 is because 4 is so big that it pretty much encompasses like 3 levels in and of itself.
Oh, I know.
And the problem is it's the one with 2 items.
Yep, it does have 2 items.
It also likes to give you a lot of one-way walls in that dungeon, so that makes
Yeah,
it difficult to traverse.
Correct. Mugger rooms as well. There's the map for Leslie. Yeah, 1, 3, and 7 are the 3 levels in Second Quest that do not have walkthrough walls.
Yes. But they can have bomb walls, I believe, but the randomizer forces them to. I know that's definitely the case for 7. I don't know about... Well, 1 has them naturally anyway, but I don't know about 3. And 5 also doesn't have... Wait, no. I think 5 has 1.
Right.
But 7 is the one that can catch you off guard, because 7 normally doesn't, but I believe with the randomizer's door logic, you can put a bomb wall in 7.
Oh, yeah.
Something to keep in mind, but, you know, it's just going to roll like first quest front half and Shape's back half. Although, I guess that's another question. Would you rather Shapes for the front half or the back half of a seed?
If I'm doing Second Quest, back half.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'd agree with that too, but I think for first quest, I'd rather have Shapes back half as well.
Right.
Because then you don't have to deal with first quest 7. Even though
Yep.
9s and 8 sometimes tend to get a little bit weird.
Mm-hmm.
Or just you get the worst possible options is like second quest front half, first quest back half, actually. At least to me, that's the worst option because that one's the toughest on keys. Leslie does have some bombs trying to find the path to the Zelda.
Instead finds a T room that I think he wants no part of. His best case scenario would be to up an A.
Yeah, Zelda's path, I think, is... Well, I mean, he's also on half a heart, so he might not get much of a choice.
Right. Man, there's some bombs from those orange wizards and a clock, so that'll keep him alive a little bit longer, and there he tops out his bombs.
Game really just wants you to blow up as many walls of 9 as possible. We don't know why.
This is also interesting. I'm looking at another runner, and apparently the room above Zelda is a staircase, and it goes to the top right corner of the map. That's
So
really
there-
interesting.
So there was a magical staircase that could have gotten you there.
Yeah, if you beat Ganon and found the compass, which was right next to that, or 2 squares away from that staircase,
Right.
that would get you there fast.
You said the top right corner?
Right corner, yes.
I believe that would be inaccessible because the room left of it was a shoot room and you couldn't bomb from the south.
Oh,
really? Interesting.
The turntables continue to table.
So it's a fake. It's a fake magical staircase.
Right.
Very intriguing.
So you're saying it's a cheap magic staircase?
Exactly. Yes.
I mean, let's be real. You could have afforded like the most expensive magic staircase in the world. You still would have been topped out of money.
I had 255 rupees ready for it.
Fortunately, it cost 256.
Ugh, man, it's always something.
Well, you could get 256 hearts in Castlevania 2, so I guess there's that. But that doesn't do you any good here in this game.
Well, no, I mean, you think about it. What the average price of a heart, when you consider the plus minus 20 rupees, is still actually a little bit higher than normal. I believe it's a range of 1 to 30, so I think it's a 15 average rupees per heart. So if you have that many hearts, it's a lot of rupees you saved.
You all remember that Chestrick likes hearts, right? So he's probably already counting them all up.
Hey, gotta have heart.
I was trying to figure out a way to fit in getting the coast heart, even though there was literally no reason to go anywhere near over there, but I couldn't figure it out. I'm also upset. I have 3 uncleared overworld spots. One of them is the last take any. So I missed that one. I missed one of those too. I'm very sad.
Alright, Leslie's on the right track if he can go south, because the only way you can get into Zelda's room is to get to the room that's northeast. Kitty corner.
I think at this point, just faster, just up A back to start.
I know, I've been saying that for the last 5 minutes.
Oh, look, another stair. Wonder if this one will kind of point him in the right direction. I feel like the Souls are the most neutral enemy in this game.
Well, they're a common enemy. I mean, Zols and Keys, things like that.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at the Zol sprite itself, they're kind of just bouncing around, not doing a whole lot of threatening stuff.
No, that's definitely not the staircase that Leslie wanted to see.
This might be just a little segment of 9 over up here if he can't bomb out.
Right.
Which 9 seems to like to do that.
Oh yeah, that is. Dead end.
Womp womp.
Well, not so fast, my friend.
I mean, it doesn't change that that room was a dead end, it just means that this room is opened.
And it could be just another dead end for all we know.
Also, that room over there in that corner does not exist.
That's where level 10 is.
Yep. Confirmed.
Yep, you gotta go into that room, and then there's a stair in there, so you take that stair, you pop out on the other side of it, and suddenly you're in, let's see, the BS Satellaview Legend of Zelda level 3. You have to go backwards through that, then turn your console upside down, and that's how you get to level 10.
Oh, beautiful.
My brain hurts right now. Thanks.
By the way, make sure you are taking good notes, class, because there will be an exam on it next week.
Yes, and if you say that it has to be on an overcast Tuesday in February, you will automatically fail the test.
That is correct. And it is going to account for 97.4% of your grade.
Ish.
Right.
Okay, on that note, I'm going to go to bed. So thanks for the commentary
All right, yeah,
and
Pez.
everything.
Good job, Chess Jerk. A
Thank
great
you very
performance
much.
tonight.
I'll
and,
see
we'll
you guys
again.
next week.
All
Thank you very
right.
much. All right. See ya.
All right, Cheer on Leslie Pro here, trying to finish up this level 9 here. Again, we know how to get to the path. Again, it's easy to play this game from the commentator's booth now, so...
Yeah, from the not having the bird's eye view is a very, very different experience, because you're just thinking, well, crap, where is she? Come on, where's the path? Patcha, please behave.
Well, there's bombs, some well-needed bombs there for Leslie. Yeah, Leslie thinks it's a magical staircase. We know it's not. It's just a convoluted path and a one-way path to get there.
Well, apparently Ganon didn't really skip out on the contractor for his walls.
No. Not only that, but Zelda's doing her normal Ice Queen work that she does 99% of the time when it comes to the Zelda Randomizer.
Well, if nothing else, we did prove one thing here tonight, and that's that you can do math on Twitch and not have it go badly.
And meanwhile, Leslie, now, you're mentioning northeast. I wonder if we can get to that staircase from here.
Well, maybe? But the other side of it is Leslie's over by start now. I mean, this could just be that ML2 patches. No,
Well,
maybe not.
ooh.
Okay. Leslie's back on the right track.
Yeah,
Gonna
this is
move
back
up.
to start. So that he kind of just looped around.
Which is a good thing. I think.
Yeah, but what's not a good thing is his health. He's down to 1 heart.
You can just obey.
I understand that, but it could throw him off the wrong path. Instead, he's gonna find all hail, and he wants no part of it. Sorry, TGE.
But now he's gonna go north.
Ooh. Because when he bombs to the right, he's gonna see that shoot. No, he's not gonna bomb to the right. It's like, nope.
Well, he's only got 1 bomb, so he's probably thinking in terms of bomb conservation. Where's the best? What is the most direct place I could bomb at? And now he's gonna obey.
Yeah, good idea.
Because that's another thing that is probably weighing on his mind is I've been getting bailed out constantly by just bombs showing up. I'm gonna run out of luck eventually.
All right, he's on the right. No,
Oh,
go
my
left.
lord.
Go left.
Has he been in that room?
No.
Well, there's Zelda's room.
Maybe
not gonna
that'll
happen.
change his mind.
Oh, does he go through the door?
Yeah, he's gonna go through the door.
He goes through the door. Eventually, he goes through the door. Oh, but there's a way down.
All right, this is going to
He's gonna no, he's going this way.
yep, that's now where the door is. There's only one way to get to it. See, he's been in this room before.
Now he might be looking for a bomb drop on some fires though. So he might have said, "Okay, these fires are here. I'll look for a bomb drop." But now he's going this way.
Yep. Oh, you hate to see it, folks.
Honestly, he might just be hunting for a bomb drop. Because he's only got 1 bomb, he doesn't necessarily want to use it willy-nilly. Because while YOLOing your last bomb can be effective, it oftentimes just leaves you without bombs.
Oh, yeah. Now he's back into, no, that's not Ganon's room.
Looks like just some more fires. That may be part of his hesitation to go that way, is just not having bombs. This is the landmills again. I don't think he's been this way based on the key doors.
No, he hasn't.
Gets a 5er and a heart for his troubles. Still no bombs.
Yeah, Leslie's just dead set on thinking there's it's magical staircase blocked. And we know that that's just not the case.
I'm more thinking that he's thinking that I only have one bomb. I don't want to waste it and be wrong. I'd rather have more bombs and not have to leave 9. But then there's the question of you're almost better off at some point just running back and forth to the fire rooms to get bombs, or just leaving 9 and buying a bomb bag. So you may be right that he's convinced it's a magic staircase.
Yeah, he has to be convinced it's magic staircase. Again, we know it's not. It's just, well, this death could set him on the right path, or it might just get him to exit 9.
Let's find out. Going through the door. That's the only door he can go through, so that doesn't mean much.
He just needs to take a straight shot left. He needs to go left here, not north, but left.
Get eaten by some pancakes.
And he's going north again.
I think there's like one room on his map that he hasn't seen that he absolutely wants to see.
Yeah, it's the door to the left. But he's got like that tunnel vision, you know, and it happens all the time. Now, if he could go south, he'll see a door to the left, and he goes left again. And you really hate to see this, and I have seen this happen more times than I can care to count. That runners have tunnel vision, thinking it's this particular path. I've seen this happen many times. Tournament races, weeklies, you name it, I've seen it.
I mean, I've done it more times than I can count. Where, especially for me, what's bad is I'll tunnel vision when I die a couple of times, because then I'm like, this is going to happen, whether the game wants it to or not. Stay out of my way. And tunnel vision it's not exactly something that you can just think away, because then you're like, okay, well, if it is this, then my tunnel vision was correct, and then you feel bad for leaving.
Exactly.
And next thing you know, 30 minutes later, you get a boomerang. And a headache. So Leslie's back in this far northeast portion of the level. Says hello to the Patra. And there's the chute.
Yeah, we had seen that chute room on other runners' sides previously.
It's going to prevent the access to that northeast corner. But he did pick up a bomb pack.
Yes, he did.
And you can see
look at that map. Look at that map.
There's one room besides the corner left.
And Patra just tells him, go back to start. You don't belong here.
This ain't your town.
All right, now that he's looked at his map, let's see if he can put now he's going north from here. Nope, he's changed his mind.
But, well, this room is going to really decide it if he goes north from here again. He does!
I'm not surprised.
I think he wants that one last room.
I think he does too.
Gonna take this stair now. And that's gonna put him right next to where he wants to be.
Oh yeah.
Not necessarily where he needs to be, but where he wants to be. And there's that lack of bomb wall. You cannot get up into that room.
So that's a one-off.
Now he's going to try to get down here. Has to be careful.
Remember, that's a shoot room. It's a one-off.
Yep. Landmill is telling him to go back to start. Now he's going to go north here. Or not. You might have forgotten what that room was. It's been a very long time since we've been up there. He goes north again.
I'm telling you, all he has to do is go left to that room. Because the only way to get to the room he needs to go is to go left. in that room. That's the only way he can go.
I wonder if he's... Oh, you know what could be happening?
What do you think's happening here?
He may have tried to bomb it and misplaced the bomb and thinks it's a solid wall.
Yeah, and Eat My Steel's absolutely right. It's always bad news when the comms have the dungeon memorized.
Hey, we have pretty good memory sometimes.
I wouldn't say my memory is the best. I mean, it's why I don't run the Zelda randomizers myself. I do not map. I'm not a map maker. I'm not a map maker like some of these runners are, and they do a really good job mapping. But I am not one of those mappers, and I don't run this very often. I play this every so often for fun.
I have very selective memory for very certain things, and the rest I just throw away as soon as I'm done with it.
Exactly. But I do play with a tracker. You know, if you're going to play Zelda Randomizer for the first time, I definitely recommend a tracker.
Yeah, and... Wait, is this the play? This is it?
He's going
All right.
to the left now. He has to bomb. Or no, he has to go down. He has to go down, because the only way to get to that room was to the left.
Wait, no, I thought you had to bomb left and then come down because there wasn't a door.
I thought you did too. Because he's going to try bombing down again, and he won't get there, see? Nada.
Yeah. So you have to bomb to the left from the room
Correct.
where the door opened to the south, and then you go from there south. But instead, he's gonna go back to, I guess, the one room that's still on his map.
Yep, that's where he's going to go.
Although I don't even know how you get there because I don't actually think we've seen that room.
We haven't.
And not having the red ring here is kind of just letting the wizards be like, keep going back to start. Now, he's considering going north there, but opts against it. But we'll go back north in this room.
It's almost like there's a polar magnetism on that wall that's telling him don't go this way.
That's part of why I think he tried to bomb it before, missed it, and thinks that it's already been checked. Unless there's... I thought at one point there was a weird, like, door glitch where if you bombed the wall at the same time as you killed an enemy that opened the shutter door, the wall didn't open. But maybe I'm wrong on that.
It's hard to say. I'd have to look at the replay. I'm gonna look at the replay. You call this. I want to see if your theory is holding water.
I will highly appreciate that because that theory may hold absolutely no water whatsoever. Unless it's a can of seltzer. And it looks like Dr. J very much wants to get through this room, but the Wizrobes are just not going to let him through. And I think there is a little bit of and I think there definitely is some tunnel vision going on here. Oh, wait, he's turning around. Looks like he's gonna go kill the likes. There's some Vires for his efforts. He needs to go down reasonably quickly. No hearts, though. A little unfortunate. He probably would have liked 1 or 6.
He never bombed that wall. I just checked before he had the Ganon fight because he was trying to find the path to Zelda's room first. He never bombed that wall.
Oh. Well, my theory no longer holds water.
I'm still going to check throughout the rest of the replay, but he doesn't look like he ever checked that wall at all.
Now he's here in this room checking this wall. This room opens, but now he has no bombs. And it's an old man. Of all things, it's an old man in this room. So now he has to get some bombs and bomb that one wall that he never checked.
Yep, and that's the thing. And I'm looking at the replay. Yeah, he's never checked this wall.
And this is where, if he maps 9, is going to make a big difference. Because if he does map which walls he's checked and which ones he hasn't, I'll be able to more quickly identify that wall, but if he does not map the walls in 9, it's going to be a heck of a ride to... It's not necessarily going to be a long ride to figure out which wall he didn't bomb, because there's only 3 walls it could be to get to that room.
Well, this is why we call level 9 the Great Equalizer, folks. I mean... no one said that playing Zelda Randomizer is going to be easy, folks.
Do not let the lack of items and locations to check mislead you. This game can be just as brutal as any of the other popular randomizers out there.
I can attest to that, because I do plenty of other randomizers in addition to Zelda Randomizer, and you're absolutely right. They can be kind one week, and then the next, it's the worst thing in the world. And yeah, you see that map. It's a full clear, except the rooms he needs to be in.
And I wonder if this is... I think at this point he's checking these spots that don't have rooms. He might not be as familiar with Vanilla 9, because the full layout of Vanilla 9 is not exactly straightforward to begin with.
Yeah, considering that we do shapes 99% of the time in these weeklies, it's probably thrown him off. And, you know, if you don't run the vanilla game, it can throw you off.
And somebody once said that Vanilla 9 is the worst randomizer sheet you could ever get because it has, like, 3 magic stairs required.
Yep. That's right. There are 3 magic stairs required. You got it.
Yeah, I think Leslie is just looking for anything to get him on that path to Zelda. We know what the path he needs to take is, but he does not know what that path he needs to take is yet. Looks like he's trying to get some more bombs out of those wizards. Now checking the second quest push blocks.
He's gotten desperate. He's gotten to that point where he thinks second quest rooms are on. Unfortunately, they're not on.
If this were shapes, there's a very high chance they would be, because that is a very commonly run flag with shapes.
Oh, yeah, I'm very well aware of this. I think our normal consternation flags implement that, if I'm not mistaken.
And I think second quest rooms is a good way to get into second quest stuff in general, because it's, of all of the second quest options, it's the least head scratching. Because
all right, let's see where now Leslie down to 1 bomb again. Let's see if he checks that one wall. He looks like he's heading left. Bomb left. Bomb left, Leslie. Come on, bomb left.
He's gonna go down.
Well, he can't bomb to the left in there, because remember, it's behind a shutter door. Bomb left. There you go, Leslie. And he's got to be kicking himself right now.
And there it is.
GG's out for Leslie. He perseveres, but he didn't give up, and he'll finish up this seed. I can't wait to ask him some questions once he gets into the commentators with the GG.
Finishing with an official time of 2:01:01.
And to think, he was right there with Dr. J, because remember, he found the compass and Dr. J was right there. I mean, that's just how level 9 goes sometimes, folks.
And it just goes to show, this game does not care who you are. It doesn't care what you come into 9 with. It doesn't care what you do in the seed. It treats everyone the same.
You got that right. And we do have Leslie Pro here in the commentators booth with us. Would you have rather done commentary with me tonight, Leslie, instead of that level 9? Sorry, Leslie, we can't hear you. I see your lid, but you're not saying anything. Try again?
Always make sure your mic is on before you want to say something. Unless you're trying to not say things, in which case leave your mic off. Or you don't want people to hear it. Or both.
Okay, anything now?
We can hear you, Leslie.
Okay.
So, in one Skybills emote, tell me your thoughts about that level 9.
I don't think there's a Skybills emote for it. I think there is a Bret Hart rant from the Attitude Era before he left for WCW that would better sum it up. And for those who watch Fear on Burgundy, that is his frustrated sounder.
Right. In any event, yep, you realized what the mistake was in that level 9. Because let me tell you something. You and Dr. J were neck and neck because you both had the compass. You knew where Zelda was. And it was a matter of finding the pig on both sides, Ganon. And now Dr. J did find Ganon first. You weren't all that far behind. But yep, the one check that you had to make, you had to bomb that wall. Kitty corner from Zelda's room to the northeast. That was the only way to get there. There was no other path.
There was also that staircase, but I have no idea where that was from. That was likely from a staff room, I think.
Yeah, we believe that was the case. It was in the far northeast corner where I believe that's where you get, what is it, the red ring?
Red ring normally.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anything, I think that staircase might have been blocked by the chute, which... Really, video game? How rude.
There's what I was looking for. I was looking for the rude.
Yeah, I could have swore I bombed that. Maybe I missed it by a pixel or two?
No, I looked at the replay because we were speculating that you might have missed it too. You never bombed that wall.
Okay, so I did completely miss it. Okay, well... That's gonna happen from time to time in any rando. I don't care what it is.
We were talking about that. You know, that's why we call level 9 the Great Equalizer, and it doesn't matter who the runner is. Anybody could have made that oversight. But yeah, that's what happened. Because yeah, Al Solo was speculating that you tried to bomb that wall but missed the pixel. I went back to check, and yeah, it turns out, yep, you just didn't do it.
Alright, so that's on me. So hey, it happens. We move on.
Yep.
Absolutely. But apart from level 9, let's go back to talking about level 6 and the little surprise in store with that Goma block to get to the Triforce. You want to know something? You're the only one that didn't find the red ring because you took a different path. You had a very fast level 6.
So the fast route went away from the red ring.
Yep, correct.
That would be my luck right there.
But you know what? Everyone else took the wrong way because there was only one way to get to the Triforce. You had to go up the east because there was a segment that prevented you from going in there. The bomb walls would not work. You had to take the eastern part of that level 6, fight those Wizro brooms, get past the Goma to get to the Triforce. Yep, you were the only one not to get the red ring. I mean, that wasn't the problem. Again, it was just that one bomb hole. I mean, that's why level 9 we play everybody's favorite Hyrule game show, Find That Bomb Hole, and the producers were out for blood that time, but it is what it is.
I'd say they were out for blood in general because honestly, I thought I did well with the dungeons I found early, but then I just got muddled myself in them.
Definitely. I mean, you were definitely still in the running. I mean, it was very, very close. It wasn't a runaway for anybody from any stretch of the imagination. There was a time where all 4 runners needed the Triforce out of level 6. That's how close the race was at one point.
And you were the first of the 4 featured runners to get the bow out of level 7 as well.
That was just me going back thinking, okay, we get a free Triforce out of this. I need resources elsewhere. Let's see what I can scrounge up. I see that and I'm like, okay, I'm good. Because honestly, I was just nodding my head saying, okay, that's good. I will take that and get out of here. Because does anybody really want to deal with 33 rooms of Schadenfreude more than they have to? Nah.
No, but
nope.
You had to tonight. It was required. So we had the old Redbird special, as it were.
Nothing is ever in 7 until something's in 7.
Exactly.
That's
And
the way
even then,
it
we're
is
not
with every
entirely sure.
randomizer. That's nothing in name of location until name of location. Left side swamp and a link to the past, Randall, for example.
Stone Forest and Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, having a long shot on Phantom Ganon.
Oh, geez, that reminds me of a seed I did where we had irons and deep stone fire that you had to double dip, and on top of that, long shot was at the bottom of the fountain.
Oh God! Whoo! Oh God! I hope Sea Falcon didn't play that seed. He probably would have had some words we cannot repeat here.
Right. Yep. This is a family-friendly stream, of course.
Family
so-
friendly. I'm not going there.
Yep.
But that's just some of
Next.
the shenanigans that happen in Zelda.
But in any event, you still put up a really good effort tonight. It was just, yep, it happens. You go through a level 9, you think you've checked every spot, and you missed that one spot, and then it was the only way to get there. And I know what you were probably thinking, Leslie Pro. You were probably thinking it was that magical staircase to get there. You know, it made perfect sense given your circumstances, but it just wasn't the case tonight.
Well, not tonight anyway. Another night it could have been a magical
Of
staircase,
course.
just not this one.
Yep, of course.
Absolutely.
That's Randomizer for you,
It
folks.
sure is. It sure is, Lizzie. But a good effort from you tonight, and we will hope for some better things to come next week for you.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of next week, seeing what's in the Discord about what the winner wants to do, that'll be interesting, to say the least.
Oh, absolutely. So I think with that, we're going to wrap up our coverage tonight here on Speed Game. Again, please make sure you give all 4 of our runners tonight, Truant Gamer, Chess Jerk, Dr. J PhD, and Leslie Pro 04 a follow. And of course, please make sure you give my commentator partner, El Sola, a follow as well. So for everybody here on Speed Gaming, I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. We will see you again next week for another exciting Champions Choice race here on the Zelda Randomizer Weekly Showcase. So long, everybody.